YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel, and media is weighing in on this whole housing crisis thing now, and they're starting to make it more of a mainstream agenda now. Something should have been discussed about this when I started 5-6 years ago, but nobody bothered. So now their media is writing off the coattails of some of the phrases I've been seeing. Some of the phrases I use, like Canadian proper or housing crisis, ticking time bomb dilemma, stuff like that. A lot of the stuff that I've been talking about in the housing market, I'm starting to see it being some of the words. I mean, I have 1.2 million views on my channel. Somebody's got to be watching the damn thing. So, anyways, this is what the CNBC, I think it's broadcasting crap there. Canadian Broadcasting, Canadian News Broadcasting, I don't even know what that means. Rising mortgage rates hit new home sales hard. An ominous sign for builders. So, remember, why is this a problem for builders? Is because countries like Canada, the United States, Australia, New Zealand, UK, has been tying their economy heavily on mortgages, mortgage lending, housing. So housing goes up, so does construction work go up, so do the pre-builts, and so the banks make money, everybody makes money. And being heavily dependent on housing to prop your economy is the biggest disaster! Anyways, home buyers increasingly can't afford what they want. Higher mortgage rates combined with the loss of homeowner tax breaks in some of the nation's most expensive markets are taking away buying power. Of course it is. What do you think I've been... Oh yeah. Buying power towards housing. How many times have I mentioned that? I don't know, in like 70 videos in the last 5 years. Homeowners increasingly can't afford what they want. High mortgage rates combined with the loss of homeowner tax breaks in some of the nation's most expensive markets are taking away buying power. Guys, just so you know, this is in the United States. It's a United States media company. CNB, I don't know what it stands for, so it is from the United States. Sales fell in December when the new tax law was signed, and then again in January when mortgage rates moved higher. Sales are now at their lowest level since August of last year. Of course they are. And you know what's going to happen? The equity markets are going to take a hit. The dollar might take a hit. The US dollar, of course, and the US equity markets. And you're going to start seeing liquidity in the markets moving around. And bonds, forget bonds. The government's measure of new home sales is based signed contracts during the month, reflecting the people who are out shopping and signing deals with builders. It is therefore a strong read on current reactions to home affordability. Mortgage rates moved a full quarter of a percentage point higher during January, from below 4% to about 4.25%. It then took off further from there. It seems that the jump in mortgage rates in January had made an immediate impact contracting signings, wrote Peter Bovarock, Chief Investment Officer of Blakely Advisory Group. You can get more interest rate sensitive when it comes to homes and cars, with associated costs to finance. So here it is. Prospective home buyers view a kitchen while touring a model of a home in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Higher home prices are adding difficulty for buyers. The median home price newly built rose to $323,000, a 2.5% gain compared to with January 2017. Okay, $323,000 from the city of Vancouver. Okay, that house in Albuquerque, I'm not even going to look at the outside of the house. I'm not even going to look at a room. That same house in Vancouver is $1.7 million because it probably has a pool for $323,000. So that's not in comparison to what people in Canada. So if you're watching this in the U.S., it's like 13 or 16 times their annual income to buy a house here in some of the major cities. In some, so I'm not going to say all. Then gain compared with January 2017, builders are not increasing prices, but they also focused on the move-up market. Not the entry-level homes are most needed. So that's what happened in Vancouver 7-8 years ago. They stopped building entry-level homes for people that really need it, and moving out to more investment properties for speculators to buy. While there is severe shortage in existing homes for sale, the opposite appears to the case that the new home market supply rose to the highest level in 4 years. Another sign is that the new construction is increasingly out of financial reach of today's home buyers. Remember, they're gonna start targeting speculators. They don't care about the American proper. The drop in sales may be due to the saturation in the upper price range of the market, which should compel builders to follow the market and build more moderately priced homes. Well, Joseph Critcher, senior economist and Realtor.com, we may be beginning to see this with the largest drop for a few home sales in home prices above 500 large. The expectation had been for increase in new home sales in January after the sharp drop in December. Some economists argue that when rates begin to rise, there is initial surge of reaction from the buyers who want to get in before the rates increase even further. That did not happen, likely because affordability stood in the way. Builders did not note a drop in buyer traffic in January, according to the monthly sentiment survey from the National Association of Home Builders. That measure did not improve in February. When rates moved even higher, builder confidence remains high, but largely due to sales expectations over the next 6 months, not current sales conditions or buyer traffic. Builders may be counting on the tight supply in existing home market to push more business their way. Sales of existing homes fell in January as well, with the blame laid squarely on severe shortage from home sales. I call a frog. I call a lie. Anyways, Q1. I've been talking about Q1. I hope my channel's still up by Q1 so I can post videos. Watch my previous video. I got 2 strikes for videos I posted 6 years ago. One video I got a strike on was this was 6 years ago. I posted, can Canadians keep up with foreign investors and speculators? And I said that basically I was talking about, it wasn't an article, I was just giving my opinion piece that Canadians will be severely bought out of the market in the next 5 years and blah, blah, blah. And this is when our dollar was dying badly, 5 years, if you guys remember, 5-6 years ago. So they gave me a strike for that, and then they gave me another strike for the meth-tested homes in New Zealand I did about 4 or 5 years ago. So, I don't know. It was nothing bad. I didn't trash anybody, but I hope my channel's up after Q1 in March. I really, really want to get this message out after Q1. I'll probably just get rid of it. Anyways, builders may be counting on tight supply in existing home market to push more business their way. Sales of existing homes fell in January as well, with the blame laid squarely on severe shortage of homes for sale. This report is abundantly disappointing. Like 2017, 2018 isn't setting up a particularly favorable for builders. Construction materials and performing costs are high, rising labor is tight, and desirable buildable land is scarce and expensive, wrote Aaron Tezeran, senior economist at Zillow. It seems clear that we should expect a big breakthrough in new home sales anytime soon, and should instead look into incremental process at the best. At this point, we'll take whatever we can get. So guys, I want you to take a look at this article. I read it in its entirety if you want to look at it and comment on it. And you know what? I don't know. Like Q1, I really hope my channel's up for Q1, because I've been, you know, because then all the media sources are going to be, we told you guys Q1, we told you guys. No, I'm the only one talking about Q1. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. This is like, almost like, this should have been written. This should have been written because they knew interest rates were going to go up. They should have been written like 3 years ago, to be very honest with you. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Thanks for watching.